My name is Melissa and my baby's name is Luca, and he is 11 months old, about to turn 1. My husband and I were at our wits' end. It was 4 weeks post returning to home from the hospital. He was an emergency caesarean, so it was a bit of a surprise, the whole thing. Breastfeeding was difficult, and sleep deprivation was becoming something that was just fogging our brains. And my husband and I, particularly my husband at that stage, we've got jobs where we can't be tired. No one can, but in his case, it can be life-threatening if he is tired. It just wasn't something we could continue. So someone told me that they had this awesome sleep coach, and my husband was sceptical. It's like, I think we can manage. And I was like, no, we just need anything, I'm going to call her. So I called Carmel, and I reckon I sounded desperate. I was on the verge of tears, and she was just this angel from heaven. And she actually pretty much was so generous. She gave me so much advice over the phone because I think she could just see how desperate we were. And we applied that advice, and she's so switched on to knowing what's needed that immediately when we applied the advice, even without her seeing Luca, we were able to, I think, probably solve 60% of the problems. I think the thing that's amazing that a lot of mums that I've recommended her to immediately will say when you say, get this lady out, she's amazing, that they get this guard up thinking that they're going to be told to force their child to cry, control crying to an extreme level that they've heard or read about. And when you're in that new mum phase, particularly if it's your first child, you don't want to subject your baby to that. And I think they think they're going to be told that they must do that, otherwise it's not going to work. But Carmel comes in and she says, right, what are the boundaries that you want to work within? What do you feel comfortable with? And she works with that. So you don't have to do anything that you're not comfortable with, which immediately I just said to her, you just tell me what I need to do. I'm not here to tell you. But it's a soft approach, but really realistic in what your baby needs. And Luca was so tired because we didn't know how to help him go to sleep. Once we applied a little bit of tough love, like I'm talking, let him cry for 1 minute, he went to sleep. And we had a baby that at 4 months of age was almost sleeping through the night. And it was only that he actually needed the sustenance of the milk that he woke up, had the milk, went back to sleep. And from I think the age of about 5 months, we've had a baby that sleeps all night. And Nick and I often say, it's Carmel that did it. Why should people act straight away on getting Carmel out? Because the longer you wait, the longer you remain in the fog and try and figure it out yourself. And I've seen this firsthand with friends of mine. The more upset, the more anxious you get, and the more it just starts to spiral out of control. And I know there's a fear of having someone else involved, but with Carmel, you just won't regret it. She's so flexible in the way that she'll work with you. She'll just mirror your beliefs and values, but just tidy them up a bit so that she can be the clarity that you don't have.